Time now is 8:22. Getting around in the countryside, if you don't have a car, can be a struggle, especially after council budget cuts have resulted in thousands of rural bus services being cancelled.
Villagers in Upper Wharfedale in North Yorkshire have clubbed together to run a community bus service helping people to get to work, school and the shops.
Yes, we're joined now by Vetch, who helped organise the project.
Morning.
Very good morning to you. Can you paint a picture of us of the route we're talking about? Because where does it go? What sort of community you serve?
So it's right in the middle of the Yorkshire Dales National Park. Very, very rural, tiny villages, 100, 150 people. It's going to be a 10-mile route, and it will go from Grassington, about 10 miles north of Skipton, up to the top of the Dale.
And the problem we faced was that
we heard in May that there were likely to be budget cuts in the transport budget cuts in the public service budget review, and that proved to be the case. North Yorkshire had to take £1.5 million out of its subsidies to rural bus services. Therefore, we were told yours is the most expensive route. If you want a bus service, you've got to provide it yourself.
It may be expensive, but look, it's stunning, isn't it?
It is stunning.
And that's the important thing for you, isn't it? That you get people there.
Absolutely. The service is partly about people that live there, elderly people, teenagers that need to get out and access services.
Yeah.
But it's a tourist area, so the economy is heavily dependent on walkers. We're on the Dales Way. In fact, we're on the route of the Tour de France as well. So we get a lot of people coming up. Walkers like to walk up, get the bus back, come off on the bus, walk back, So
take us through the structure of the new arrangement then, because you've got to pay, a driver has to be paid, the bus has to be bought. Well, how does it work?
So the way it worked was, and I think it's quite imaginative what North Yorkshire County Council do. They said to us, well, they said to anybody that wanted to do it, we need a community bus service. We're prepared to contribute £25,000 a year to the running costs of a community bus service, and we're prepared to give you a 16-seat minibus. And if anybody wants to take on the challenge of setting up a company, organising to do that, be our guest. So we're going to run with a mixture of about 50% paid and 50% volunteer drivers. But we have to run it as a business. So we've got to have administration, we've got to plan it, and all the rest of it. So it's hugely dependent on volunteers.
So you've got to pay to go on the bus?
Yes, unless of course, as many of our people will be concessionary fares. So. So they have bus passes. So we're not going to make a packet out of fare revenue.
Okay. What I'm interested in as well, being a keen bus, I take buses. So I'm timed. So we have a set route, we have set times.
Oh yeah, we're going to run a timetable. I mean,
yeah.
On school days we're going to run 3 times a week because we can complement school buses. Yeah. Weekends and Saturdays, weekdays and school holidays. And Saturdays we'll run 5 times a day to a scheduled timetable.
So, are you going to drive yourself?
I have already done my training.
Have you? How fabulous! So you'll be what you might be.
I'm only going to do relief driving, I hope. But clearly, but it's a really exciting venture.
Well, it's clear that a success story in as much as a bus will be running. But are you a bit angry that, given that you could do it, why didn't the council do it?
The council have had their budget cuts. I mean, the interesting thing here, isn't there? If you're a community and you're motivated as a community to do something for yourselves, then, we could get volunteers, we could go around, we could have meetings, we could engage people in the community and say, guys, we need to get together and do this for ourselves.
There are other...
I think that's the difference. If the council turned up and said, we're going to stop giving you a bus service and we'd like you to drive your own buses for free, I think most people would go.
That's just going to be because there will be other people who have had their bus services cut, or it might be in the pipeline. What would your advice be?
Get a group of people who've got the energy and commitment to make it happen, because it really is dependent on that. The formula is not complicated. We've plagiarised it from Upper Wharfedale, from Wensleydale, who've done something quite similar, and it works very well.
Okay.
It's really interesting.
Good luck with the driving.
Yeah.
Well, it's an exciting venture, which is why we're calling it the Upper Wharfedale Venturer. So.
Very good. Thank you. 8:26 is the time now.
Coming up in a moment on BBC News Channel, it's Business Live.